Good morning. Welcome to One Seashell Channel. And how are you today? Ooh, it's sunny. Ooh, it's sunny. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful today. Look at that. Look at that. 64. It was 61. Now 64 degrees. Can you believe it? Look at the sun ray. Look at it. Look. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? I'm just like, whoa. Hey, Jeremy. Happy Sunday to you. I didn't bring my water. Oh my gosh. I'm watching Tina's journal. Tina's journal of journeys. She did a 6-question tag. I was watching her. So then I was thinking about day 12. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Good for you, Jeremy. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Man, that's going to build so much confidence for you. That's going to do a lot for you. That's going to be awesome. I'm proud of you. I really am. I really, really, really am. Yes, indeed. Then you're going to say 30. Oh, it's been 30 days. Oh, it's been a year now. You know? There's no turning back. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. The further you get out or get away from it, I believe the better your body's going to feel, the better you're going to feel, and the more strength you're going to have to resist. You know, you're going to build a certain level of tolerance against it. Like, you're not going to tolerate it. It's just not going to be nothing for you to deal with. Wow, that was an awesome way of driving, man. That was awesome. Wow. Something wrong with his car or something? Sorry about that. Yeah, I know it is a challenge, but you can do it. I believe you can do it. And all you can do is just keep on pushing. That's one main option you do have, is to keep pushing. They're standing outside of the homeless shelter, enjoying the sun. People come by and feed them. This is one of the places that we come to and give out things. They're taking a tour. Yes, indeed. But this is the question. Hey, the Duck Jr., how are you? This is the question I have. You know, how, okay, this is what I've been thinking. What fits, what's a good fit for you? Is it a W-2? And if it is a W-2, what type of W-2, you know? Or is it the gig economy? And if it is the gig economy, which one? Or is it more than one? It's because what I'm thinking is, one, I'm going to pass the test tomorrow. But I don't know. I do know I'm not going to feel comfortable being seen on camera. I know that for a fact. Two, the shift that they offers is not really conducive for me, and the length of the time. Granted, with the ride share, you do have that flexibility of hours to start and to stop whenever, or to work or not to work without being penalized. You know, all the good things that are a part of ride share. Now, to supplement my income, I would need to bring in a certain amount. Then I think, okay, would I have to work a 9 to 5 schedule, meaning, 5 days a week, 9 to 5, in order to bring in the money that I need. And if that is the case, would it be better for me to get a 9 to 5 and just deal with that? One, it'll be consistent, guaranteed money. Two, you can invest in the company. Three, these people, I don't know why he driving the way he is, but he is. But it's all good. So yeah. So it's like trying to find the best fit for me. Has nothing to do with no one else. It's for me. I have to customize this to take care of my responsibilities. Go ahead, man. What we doing? Thank you. All right. Okay. What are you doing? They pick music. Oh man. La 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 la. They picking up trash. I didn't know they picked up trash on Sundays, but I guess they do, huh? Yeah. My reasons for continuing to pursue this particular job, it's because it is a challenge, and when I overcome it, it will be beneficial to me in so many ways beyond just money. That's why I'm pushing myself. But after all of the accomplishments, getting through it and getting this particular job, I am still not satisfied, simply because it's gonna put me in a bad way. It's not going to help my mental status or physical status. What it is giving me is the amount of money that I would need for that week. It would definitely take care of my responsibilities. It's not like I would have to do anything else. It's guaranteed to take care of my bills, and I still have some left over. You know how sometimes people, they will do whatever they have to do in order to get the dollar? I'm not that type of person. I am concerned about my well-being. I'm concerned about my health. I'm concerned about my safety. I'm concerned about all those things, including me knowing that I need the money. All of that. Got here first. Yeah, I didn't want that car to get in front of me. They were in the other lane anyway. I was safe. I'm a safe driver. Oh, you can't see me in the sun. Josh, I declare. Thank you. Omar is... Hi, Omar. How are you? Good to see you. I think you were in... Sensei? Is it Sensei's live, I believe? Your name looked familiar. Yeah, I'm doing well today, Jeremy. Yeah, I'm on top of the mountain. He was invited to a 40th birthday lunch today at Crackle Barrel. Okay. You were okay. Okay, welcome. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I thought your name looked familiar. He is an awesome person. Beyond a driver or a gig economy person, or worker, his personality is genuine. Top Speed Review, how are you? I haven't seen you. You've been quiet. Everything's okay? Yeah, and I love that about him. I really, really do. I love his energy. I love his focus. And then he was, man, you could have hit me in the back because you weren't looking. and I think he was in the military, so he's conditioned in such a way that I only expect the best out of him. I would not accept nothing less than that. Jeremy, you know what? I declare, y'all make me think I need to get on the stripper pole. Here's $1. Here's another $1. No, I ain't doing it. I'm keeping my clothes on. I ain't doing it. No, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. You're doing good. Just trying to save up money to buy my girl. Oh, okay. Good for you. Good for you. I declare. So think about it, guys. Like, all right, I don't know how many drivers are in here or how many people who does the gig economy. How many of you left a 9-to-5 to go to rideshare or any type of gig economy? How many of you have actually done that? You commented? Yeah, I've been there several times. I've been there. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's nice. It can get real crowded too. I've been to several of them, different states. I like how they have the rocking chairs on the front of it. I know, Jeremy. No worries. You know, and because I was thinking, it's like, how many rideshare or gig economy workers? Oh, excuse me. Rideshare, Lisa, how are you? Good morning. I make more doing Turo, Uber, Lyft than my W-2 job. I work in automotive and make $40 an hour, $40,000 per year. Really? How was the transition for you? Did you have a little cushion before you kind of sort of just and went to the gig economy, or were there bills that were due that wasn't paid and you did this, or you had yourself built up? Oh, you still work both. Okay. But you make more on those other particular jobs versus on your automotive? Really? Oh, wow, that's nice. Van, he just sent me a picture in Hangouts. He made some, I think these look like, hold on, they look like cookies. They look perfect. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. Can you see that? Oh my God, you probably can't even see it. I'm not in a good spot. Man. Are these cookies? How many hours do I put in it? Let's go back up here. Hey, Van, how are you? Snickerdoodles. Oh, those are perfect. Man, they look like they about as big as the palm of my hands. How many hours do you do? Uber XL, Select, Lyft, Lux for me. Oh, see, you were up there. Yeah, you were up there for sure. Man, that's cool. Josh said a good friend of ours, his name is Fats. He turned 40 today. Oh, so there will be a lunch today. Awesome. Happy birthday. I don't want to say Fats, but happy birthday to the friend of Josh. That's awesome. I know, right, Jeremy? He said, can't have it. Wow. Hey, Sipping, good morning. It's hot, guys, and I have my leather on, and I like my leather, but oh boy. Ooh, now it's 66. It was just 64. Now it's 66 degrees. I'm feeling fantastic today. I'm on top of the mountain. I'm doing a Rocky move. I made it. I did a Rocky move. Okay, now, Omar. For me, and I'm not the type person that fakes stuff or whatever, I haven't driven in a long time. Now, keep in mind, okay, first, I did not get into the gig economy. I didn't see it as a full-time job. I didn't. Because there were so many uncertainties in reference to how much money you can make on a consistent base. It was as if the passengers had a lot of control to the point that if they lie, you're gone. Okay, so I didn't feel like I could depend on a job like that. Also, I live with anxiety. I don't let it take over me, and sometimes it actually does, but I live with it. And granted, a lot of the things that has happened to a lot of drivers bad things has not happened to me. But in my mind, I fight with, what if this is the day that a passenger lies on me and Uber or Lyft actually believes them and I'm off the platform over a lie? Then I think, what if I do the night shift, someone urinates in my car? Now, I would not want to wait for Uber or Lyft to pay me in order to get it clean. I need to have the money right then and there and take care of that. Why? Because this car is not just for rideshare. It's for my personal business, transportation, and so on and so forth. So it's not like I can just park this and wait on Uber money to take care of it, associate business money with the business. No, I would need to get it done right away. And a lot of times, hi there, Angela, how are you? A lot of times when that happens, there's a process. That's a process, because that will shut you down. I had one moment when I was out there and it was dark. Hello? Good morning, how are you? Good afternoon. Yeah, we are actually. I'm here, but I'm not going in yet. So if you want to wait, you can wait a little bit. All right then. All right, later. I gotta make sure I take this here. So it was one night I was in. I don't know if you're familiar with Baltimore, but I was in Curtis Bay area. Now, granted, again, I'm just trying to paint the picture, guys. I don't get out a lot by choice. I was raised sheltered, and I don't feel comfortable being but so far away from home. I'm just saying. Hey, Briggs, how are you? Tina, you made it. How are you? I just was watching your video about the tag. You guys cannot see me. Oh my gosh, that's messed up. How can I do this? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But anyway, so I was in the Curtis Bay area, and I picked up a couple people. I had to drop them off there, and when they got into the car, they went to the Preakness. If you're familiar, we have, the Preakness in the Pimlico area. Hey there, Gwen. So the lady comes to the car holding her muddy boots. And I'm saying to myself, maybe you're tipsy, you're not really all there in your head, but do you actually think I'm going to allow you to bring in these muddy boots into my car? I have carpet, like anybody else has carpet in their car, cloth seats, and then not only that, why would you put wet, muddy boots in anyone's car, period? So I politely said, you are planning on rinsing the boots off, aren't you? Oh, okay, I'll rinse them off. Some things, guys, I'm sorry, I just don't understand. I don't get it. So anyway, she rinsed them off, not to what I would have done if it was me. Anyway, let's just whatever. So they get in, she put the boots to the side. When they get out of the car, I checked the car. I had mud on the carpet, the seating part of the seat, the back part, because they had mud. They were out there fighting during Preakness, and it shut me down. I was in Curtis Bay. I think I did a live during that time. I was in Curtis Bay and went to, I pulled over at this, it was a 7-Eleven with a gas station or whatever. So I tried to clean it. And as soon as I put the water on it, it looked like it disappeared. And as soon as it dried, it came right back up. It was so hard for me to get that dirt out of my car. And it wasn't worth it. The pay was not worth it. It wasn't worth it. So it shut me down. I couldn't work any longer after that. And then as time went on, I just wasn't feeling it. I do have all types of fashion. I do. Yeah. What can I say? I think it goes with my personality. I have, yeah, it is what it is, you know. But but what I was so that was my situation there, and it did affect me in such a way. I began to think, is this really what I want? One, I was not supported in my book to be a rideshare driver. Why? I do have a problem with having strangers in my car. I do have a problem going to unknown places. I do have a problem knowing that the passengers will rate you, not because of your professionalism or lack thereof. A lot of times it's just because they do not like you, period. They don't like how you look. They don't like you, period. You can be the nicest person, you know, put together, smell good, good cologne, good perfume, not overbearing, but you know, just nice. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, open doors, put luggage, the whole nine, the whole the white glove treatment. And if they just don't like you, they'll give you below 4 or below 5. You know, some, they're jealous of you. So, of course, they're not going to give you, what? I don't even like you. I'm jealous of you. You think I'm going to give you a 5? No, that's not happening. All these different things that goes on in that environment. And because I have the choice to do it or not, I begin to kind of sort of step back a little bit. I begin to, I don't want to deal with this. You know, I don't have time for this. I live a certain kind of way for a certain type of reason. So why am I putting myself in a certain situation that I will encounter something that's just not me, you know? And I've been in some areas here in Baltimore that it was rough. I mean, I had cars parked on both sides. I'm in a one-way street, parked in the middle of the street waiting for people, and the boys are out there. And if you're from Baltimore or you're familiar with things of that nature, you know what I'm saying. I could have been in a crossfire. But because, one, I didn't know exactly where I was going. Two, I try not to judge a book by its cover. I really do. I'm there to pick up a customer. And let me tell you, I've been in some rough areas in Baltimore, and I met some awesome people. When I say awesome people, I would say gems, jewels, that if you were to look at the neighborhood, the block, you wouldn't think that this type of person would be there, you know? And I had an awesome time with them. And when I come across a situation like that, it does motivate me to try it again, to start up again, you know, the next day. But when it's winter came, I knew I was not going to really like being out there in those type elements, dealing with the snow. I mean, to the point where it's like, I got to get out. If I don't do this, and it's 2-3 feet of snow, if I don't get out here and make this money, I can't pay my bills. I can't do that. In terms of bills things, I can lack as a human being, but when it comes to my responsibility and my bills, I got to take care of those things, you know? And so I didn't want to put myself in that kind of situation. So I didn't work. I began to just back off. And then when I would do the morning time, I usually would start about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I've gotten some nice people I'm picking up, taking them to Johns Hopkins hospitals, security guards. Oh my, are you really making these? Are you making these? These are too perfect. That's not right. Look at this. Can you see that? You guys can't see. Can you? That's too perfect. No, Van, you're not doing that. The lines, everything. No, that's not right. Oh, and you got sprinkles on them. Oh my gosh. Man. That's too perfect. Wow, look at that. You probably can't see it. Let me see how bad I look on here. Because I don't even see myself real clear here. Oh, wait a minute. You said something. Let's see. Purple and black cupcakes made by my pastry chef. Wow, for the Ravens playoff yesterday. Awesome. Oh, that's a nice touch. That's cool. All right, let me turn this on and see if I'm seeing what I need to see. So that is one of my main reasons to why I slacked off of rideshare in terms of those things. Granted, I do need to supplement my income. That is a fact, without a shadow of a doubt. That's a fact. However, it's hard to see. I need to find the right fit for me. And when it comes to the rideshare economy, one of the main things I like is the flexibility. You're off when you want, you work when you want. But all the other stuff, for the most part, I'm not interested. The money isn't there from the time when I first started, and that plays a part. And I understand there are a lot of individuals who are new drivers that started last year or maybe even this year. So they don't have anything to look back on and to say, and to say, and to say, and to say, and to say that I done lost my train of thought, guys. That's messed up. That is so messed up. I just lost my train of thought. Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me call them down here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in the middle of something here. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. In the morning, I'm shivering in the cold outside. Hey, you. Hello. They're here. All right, now. All right, later. Okay. Okay. But then my job requires a stock in the freezer. Oh my. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could not do this full time. Okay, Angela, because at any moment I could go off. There you go. See that? You see how you got to protect yourself by any means necessary? You know what I mean? I can see it clearly anyway, which is a good thing. But I made the right decision. Okay, I pick up everyone except for low-rated riders. That's how it should be. You know what, Quaker? I've picked up someone. They were 4.73 or something like. They were in the range that it's been said you won't have a customer in that particular low range. I picked that person up. I didn't have a problem with them. So it could have been a conflict of interest. You know, it's just too many variables, too many for me. It has nothing to do with those who are doing this full time and they are soaring and they are prosperous and they're doing their thing. I'm happy for you. But I'm saying, for in my mind, to feel okay with doing this full time, or this would be my only means of income, it has to have less variables, you know, because it's too many. It's too many. And for me to feel more comfortable doing it full time, I would have to have at least 2 cars, or maybe 3. One personal. No one else gets in it unless it's me and family and friends. Period. That's it. Then the other one would be either one for select and some type of luxe. Why? Because it's on the higher end, you make a little bit more money. And I would have to have a mechanic and a car detail individual that I can come to at any time to make sure everything is straight with my car. I would need that support. I would need that cushion. I would need that locked in, you know, maybe contract and so on and so forth, to make me feel comfortable doing this. Also, enough money when it comes to, if an accident happened, 2,000, oh, no problem. Bam, it's done. No problem. Meanwhile, all right, that car was in an accident, but I have another one. I can keep it going. It's like, what is the saying? One monkey don't stop show. Whatever the saying is, but in other words, I won't be out of money or the flow of my money because my one car. Hi, April May. Good morning. How are you? Because my one car is out of commission. Those type things that is a concern to me. My windshield fogs up without heaters. Oh wow. Turn it for you, but not for them. Yeah, I don't look at the ratings either. I don't. And sometimes when I hear the ping, I'm like, you know, it's a shock. I'm like, okay. And then you only get a couple seconds to say, okay, you see the ratings, you see where they going to. You're either going to accept it or you're not. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You know, and that adds to my anxiety. So I'm gonna accept. You know, and then I remember one driver, he would widen the screen and there was and he was familiar with different places, and so he was able to say, okay, I know where that is. I know, no, I'm not going to accept that. But for me, I don't know. So I think it's also important to know your city, know some shortcuts, know some decent alleys that you can drive in to get your customer, your passenger, to wherever they need to go at a timely manner. I think to be a very an excellent driver, you have to know your environment. You have to know in which you drive, because if you don't, that's going to add to anxiety. That's going to also add to maybe the passenger being upset, because you think about it. I think some passengers have a different expectation of us as being drivers versus the expectation we have. And whenever the expectation is off, then you have conflict. You have an issue. You're going to have problems because what I'm expecting you to do is not being done, and vice versa. What I'm expecting you to do as the passenger is not being done. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. And I don't think it has really been advertised properly what really goes on with the rideshare economy. And I know why. Because a lot of us would not had started if we would had known the real deal. And it's not until we got in the mix that we realized the real deal. Then there are a group of people, male and females, and let me tell you, all the hiccups that are in the ride share is beneficial to those individuals. They know how to finagle and move around the craziness and the nonsense to the point they still profitable. I'm just not that person. I don't have that kind of insight, you know. I'm just not. I'm trying to condition myself to be able to deal with different things. But then I also think, why are you conditioning yourself to deal with something that you might not really have to ever deal with? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, drivers can be also and give bad ratings. Yeah, maybe they are having bad day. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the consistency, Angela, is we, passenger and drivers, we are human beings with human emotions. And some days we are not balanced. Some days you don't just argue with your spouse. Some days you just open up a bill and it's like, oh my gosh. And so you already here, and then you get a passenger that might be in the same situation, that they wanted to call out because they partied the whole weekend. Now they got a hangover, but yet they got to go to work. And so you got all this energy just bouncing up against each other, and it creates a problem, you know. But my thing is, it's not understood. And since it's not understood, it's not recognized. So therefore, if a passenger rates you for whatever it is, lie or not, that is what is accepted. Vice versa for the passenger. It's accepted, you know? And things like that, that's a problem. That's a problem. You're right, Chelle. I know every street in Baltimore, it helps. Yeah, it does help. But see, I don't know, you know. And that's where you know, there's a problem there. If you're taking people, you should tell them. Oh, I'm missing something here. I gotta go. My lunch is over. All right, Quaker, thank you for stopping by. You know, I appreciate you. You're a wonderful man. It's just food, technically, yes, April, but you don't need to tell them. Okay. All right. Quaker said, in the summer, the passenger complained, my car is freezing when I turn on AC, then complains it's too hot. You know what I mean? When it's like that, it is what it is. I mean, you can't satisfy everyone. And the sad part is when you're dealing with people who don't understand that, you know. And I know there are some jobs in corporate, no is not even in their vocabulary. I can't is not even in their vocabulary. If it's not 100%, they don't accept nothing less. And I understand that. There's different jobs like that, but you as a worker who's working in that environment should also know how to work in the world's environment. Meaning, everything is not going to be 100%. Everything is not going to be to your satisfaction, period. No matter what. Because we don't control absolutely everything. We don't. All right, sis. We don't. It is what it is. We don't. Okay, let me go here. It said, as an Uber and Lyft frequent passenger, I'm glad the passenger is here. This is awesome. Jeremy is a passenger as well. Passenger, and you're so right. I'm using them to get to work, and a lot of the drivers don't know how to get from city to Towson. There you go. There you go. From the city to Towson. Yeah. Mostly the foreign drivers. Okay, well then, yeah, you can understand that. Yeah. And a lot of them are hard-working individuals. A lot of them are respectful, and a lot of them are appreciative. But then on the other side, they lack a lot of things that we need them to do, in terms of, if they're not a part of this country, nor a part of this state, nor a part of your city, then you as the passenger, it puts you in an uncomfortable position. And then don't be a passenger who's visiting the city. So now you got two individuals have no clue. But a lot of the passengers who gets in the car, they assume that we as the driver, we know every nook and cranny in that city of which we work. And we don't. I know I don't. And that I felt like that was doing the passengers a disjustice because I had no clue, you know, but I needed the money. And I had family members who told me to give it a try. It will help me socially. It'll help me with an income. It helps me get out of the house. So it was more than just for income. It was a three-fer, I call it. You know, it was more than just a two-fer. It was a three-fer. However, you do have to look at the bigger picture when it comes to how does the passenger feels. What is the expectation of the passenger? And me being a driver, and if I have to use Uber or Lyft, I'm me as a driver, you know, who don't know my way all the way around in the city. I would expect, not think, but expect that driver to know where you know, first know how to get to where I'm going, and also going to get me there the quickest, you know. But I know we don't know all those things, and it's not required when it comes to Uber and Lyft. One side of me, I wish it was like a test that we would take. The reason why I wouldn't mind that, because it would build my confidence. It will build me as a driver, because I was, oh, you want to go to some up, you know what I mean? It gives you that peace of mind and say, oh, I know exactly where you're going. That's a very nice restaurant. Oh, that's a wonderful hotel. I pass it all the time. It was built in such and such. You know, you can give a little history about different places, and I don't have that. And I was born and raised in Baltimore. I'm just saying. But I wasn't a part of my environment. You know, so I don't have that. And I think that plays a part with me knowing rideshare is not a good fit for me. Not even food delivery is not even a good fit for me, you know? I'm going in the feed. I don't have a car, so I love the service. That's awesome. Let me tell you, I've met some passengers who she's married, and her and her husband, once they heard about Uber and Lyft and saw how they work and so on and so forth, they turned their cars in. She said that they saved almost $1,000 a month by doing that. I was like, what? She said yes, she loved it. She said only $350 a day to go to work. Oh, I can afford that. You know. I can afford that. That's not a problem. So, you know, I get it. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Chelle, they are so nice, but some of them have their heat blasted. Oh, wow. When I'm a passenger in their car is brutal. See that? See? And a lot of us, let me tell you, Elaine, a lot of us, our mentality is, this is my car, okay? This is how I want my car to be. Some drivers are not taking into consideration the comfort of the passenger for whatever the reason. Granted, for me, if I remember when if it's in the morning and it's cold, what I would do is I would have the heat on for those who are extra cold. But I would have my window on this side cracked. So I do know I always try to have a neutral zone, if you will. You know, if they want to play music that I don't listen to, I will give them the little thing for their phone. If they don't have it, they can play it on their phone. If they don't listen to the music that I listen to, I would have my earbuds in and listen to my own music. I'm okay with trying to make things conducive for both people, but a lot of drivers, that's not our mentality. It's not. It's like, you're getting in my car and this is how it is. You get in here, getting your seatbelt, be quiet, don't cause no problem, and there will be no problem, you know. But we also have to see how a passenger sees it from their end. I get it for sure. All right, I'm going in the feed. I'm catching up in the feed. All right, let's go here. Okay, that. Then some of them get an attitude when you ask for their name. So annoying. Yeah. It's like, what? it's so much going on. So it's like for you to ask a normal thing or a normal question. It's like, what do you need my name for? What, like, what do you agree to do? What's going on, you know? April May said, drivers I've had always asked me if the temperature okay. That's it. That's the way it should be. Angela says, Elaine, most of the drivers are foreign, so you are screwed. Oh gosh. Yes, you're right, Angela, but I'm still grateful for Uber and Lyft. Absolutely. They think we're taxi drivers. A lot of passengers too, but guess what, Briggs? Technically, we are. Technically, we are. We are. We are. It's just in a different look, but that's what we are. The underlying things that a taxi does is exactly what we do. It is a taxi service. It's just a different name other than a yellow cab, Jimmy's cab, you know, what is the other one? What's the green and white tag? Arrow's cab. That's all. It's just Uber, and it doesn't have taxi on the end. It doesn't have cab on the end. You know, that is really what it is. Okay, Angela say, Elaine, they should know the area. Most do it full time, right? Elaine says, I don't have a car, love the service. Jeremy says, hey Elaine, hope you're doing well. Raisha Lisa says, Chelle was live. Oh, really? You lived in Syracuse and worked out in Buffalo nearly every weekend. Passengers don't seem to mind. Oh, okay. And Angela says, Chelle, they are so nice, but some of them have their heat glass. I got that part. Elaine said, even when I try to tell them the way to go, they become very defiant. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Angela said, Elaine, I always listen to the passenger direction. It's better that way because they know, you know. That's what I do. You know, I say, you know, you want me to follow the direction of the app, or do you prefer to tell me which way to go? Keep in mind, I do keep the app on, but I might turn it down. Okay, Raisha Lisa said, and our cars smell better. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, Lisa, you said it. Bam. Hopefully. Elena says, I've never used taxis, Uber and Lyft for me. Okay, awesome, awesome. It's a better look. And it's more custom, if you will. It's like with taxis, all of the cars look absolutely alike. However, when it comes to the ride share, one day you can have a Murano, the next day you can have a Toyota, the next day you can have a Prius. You have all these different opportunities to get a ride in different cars. Okay, Elaine. All right, say, oh, okay. And then Angela said, Elaine, Lyft is cheaper and you can do scheduled pickups. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Elaine, Jeremy said, Elaine, I just take advantage of the discount. Yeah. Uber and Lyft sends me, but you know what? Lyft sends me more discounts than what Uber does. And they'll say you have such amount of days to use your 25% discount, so on and so forth. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm not saying I will never ever drive again, but I also have to face the facts of what my issues are, you know? Schedule pickups. I don't know that. I didn't know that. How far in advance can you schedule? I think you can do it like a week in advance, because the way it works on our end, we can look at the app and we will see the available pickups. And then as a driver, you can pick which one you prefer. And once that driver picks it, that driver is locked in, and you would have a driver at your door at that particular time on that particular day. Now, keep in mind, a lot of doctor offices use this feature. I actually picked up a person that had a scheduled pickup. She called her doctor and canceled her appointment. Meanwhile, I'm out here waiting for her and no one's coming. So I called the number that was connected to that account, which was the doctor's office. Then they called the patient, and then they connect me to the patient. Some kind of way I was able to talk to her, and she said, I called the doctor's office earlier and told them that I wasn't coming, but she called that morning. So I guess it wasn't enough time to take that scheduled appointment off of my schedule, or since I accepted it, and I got paid for the cancellation fee. I was out there for a good 10 minutes. You know, I mean, because where I was thinking maybe the person is elderly, they were going to the doctor. So, you know, you begin to kind of put ideas in your head to make these are the reasons why they're late. And yeah. And another thing, when it came to me starting early in the mornings, I would start 4:35 in the or 4:38 a.m. to 5 in the morning. I liked the atmosphere, the way the air was, the roads. It was just perfect for me. But once I come back into the city, the majority of the requests were underage teenagers going to school. How frustrating. And then you got the terms of service in the back of your head. You know Uber doesn't want us picking them up. But it's like they do need a ride to school, and it's kind of cool to see, you know, children getting rides to school. Usually you only see a certain class of people being able to, you know, get to have their children chauffeured to school. And now you see inner city children being in nice cars that they may never ever get in again, or their parents may never have. I mean, it's just different things that I think of. And so I would do it, you know, or I will also say, well, I'm going to get them there safely. I prefer for me to be the driver to get them there safely. I know I'm a decent person and I wouldn't harm them in any way possible. I'm going to treat them with respect. I'm not going to drive recklessly, you know, so on and so forth. I'm going to treat them as if they were my own. But that began to get old, because the bottom line is this: if that child lies on you, that underage child lies on you, or tell their mom a lie about you, then they call Uber. Next thing you know, you're gone. Why? Because it's in the terms of service. That is what we're not supposed to do. So I don't do that any longer, you know. And now I don't want to go out in the mornings, but the mornings were best for me, you know, because I was basically trying to get the people who are going to work or going to the airport. I have some people in my neighborhood who goes out to the airport, so I can pick them up. That was a nice little ride. And then sometime I'll stay at the airport or stay down in the downtown area. But I'm not really used to downtown either. And downtown streets, Lord have mercy, Jesus. People are not cordial. If you're not in the right lane from the beginning, Lord help you to get in the right lane, because the mindset of those drivers down there, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Can I? And then you want to, like, you know, be aggressive and get in there, but you don't want to drive like that. You got a passenger. You don't know how that passenger is going to react to you being aggressive, because you have to at the moment to get into this particular spot. Otherwise, you're going to have to make a U-turn and come all the way back around again, and you're trying to get your passenger to their destination. And don't let a passenger come in your car and say, oh, I need to get to work, I'm already late. They just put the torch in your hand. So what does that mean as a driver? So are you telling me I need to run red lights, stop signs, and go above the speed limit to get you to work on time? We can't do that. We're still drivers. We have to obey the laws of the land in terms of driving and so on and so forth. sorry that you're late. I apologize, but I'm going to do my best to get you close to the time you need to be to work. You know, so it's not fair to the driver for a passenger to put that load on them, and now that driver is already now what, and you stop and no, 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 that's not good. I feel this way. If you're a passenger and you have to go to work, call in an ample amount of time so the driver can get there and the driver can get you to your destination within that time frame. If you're late getting up, that's not our problem. That's not our responsibility to play catch up. However, there are some drivers who knows the little shortcuts here and there. Oh, no problem, I can get you there. And how they going to do it? They know some alleys, decent alleys they can go through. They're very aggressive drivers. When the cars hear them, they slow down and so on and so forth. They get the person to work. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm just not. One thing about me, I'm not ashamed to say that's not me, or I'm not that kind of person. I'm just not. And for me to lie, to say that I am, it puts me in an uncomfortable spot. And I can't put myself in an uncomfortable spot. That's not me. I'm not one who's going to break the laws, and because I got to get the ticket. And then not only that, then when the police officer sees me, he going to stop. Guess what? Now you're extra late. It has to, whenever you're sharing something and you're totally different people or different mindset, different likes and dislikes, you have to find a common ground that works for both. And that is not always easy when you're sharing your vehicle with other people. And you're in this environment for however long, and you need to have some type of knack knowing how to deal with different people. All right, I'm going in the feed. Jeremy said, Chelle, also sorry, but better safe than sorry. Absolutely, both the driver and the passenger needs to be at the destination safely. Absolutely. Angela said, Chelle, you have to be a savage. Angela, you know the deal. And I'm not that one. I'm not that one. I'm not a savage driver here in Baltimore. I'm just not. I'm not. I can't say it. I'm not. Driving in any city is like that. Okay. And Angela said, "Oh, I'm getting over." I know, right? You got to take it. And remember years ago, when you trying to get over, of course you have the courtesy and you toot, you want to get over. Nowadays, I've seen cars come in on the angle, boom, and get in. I'm like, what? They come so close to nipping your car. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh my gosh. Elaine said, eventually I'll start driving again. Need to conquer my fears. There you go. Fear of driving in Baltimore. See, I understand, Elaine, for sure. I moved here from Cleveland. Oh, wow, welcome. And the driving style is totally different here. Very aggressive, I noticed. Yeah, it is. It is. That's not a lie. Okay, Elaine said drivers try to switch lanes. They speed up. Yep. It's crazy. You know the deal. Elaine, Angela said, Elaine, you will be fine. Just be cautious, but a bit aggressive. Yeah, it's sad, but that's true. April May said, once one driver was telling me his last passenger got in the car and said she was late for work. She should already be there. Unreal. Oh, wow. She was that late? Man. Jeremy said, oh, what about getting all the over? Elaine said, Angela, you're right about that. Oh, you're welcome. And Jeremy said, like from the last fast lane to all the... Oh, Jeremy, I've seen that. From the fast lane, and they just do not... I'll put it this way. The way I was taught, you change lanes accordingly. From the far to the middle, to the right. Nuh-uh, not nowadays. From the far left, ooh, all the way over. All the way over. And all you hear is stopping, slowing down. Oh my gosh, are you crazy? Yeah, a lot of them are. Angela said, I don't care if they are late. I'm not risking my license or safety for them. Absolutely. Angela also said, if they say they are late, I go slow. No, you don't. Oh my gosh. Don't go. How are your ratings when you do that? I'm just asking. Jeremy said, yeah, I always see that. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it's real. It's real. It's, my hat goes off to every driver who can go with the flow of all the craziness. Oh, he got a slingshot thing. Who can go with the flow of all the shenanigans that comes along with it. I don't know. I put it this way. If I don't have to deal with it, I don't want to deal with it. Period. I don't want to deal with it. You know? But I do like the flexibility, and I do like when I'm ready to do 4 hours, 3 hours, I can do it, and I can make a couple dollars. But all of that you go through just to make $50 or so, is it worth it? And then I have to look at, then I turn towards my spiritual side and I say, okay, God, you know what goes on in the drivers and so on and so forth. I'm praying for protection on the highways and the byways. I pray for my customers that might come in the car, that everything will be peaceful and so on and so forth, and I get it done. But sometimes I don't believe in my own prayer because I think, oh, it's going to happen anyway. And I understand that's the part of the anxiety part. It sometimes supersedes my faith or my desire or what I want or what I feel that I can do. So it is a battle. If I get out the door and I'm in the car, I'm good. 9 out of 10, I have a fantastic time. I have a wonderful time. But to help me feel more comfortable, a lot of things got to be lined up. I'm just saying. Okay, April Mason, Angela, he wasn't going to let her put pressure on him to speed. Yeah, you got to be careful because there are some passengers that see you as a driver, as you're their personal driver, and whatever the rules are on the road, it doesn't apply to you as a driver. You're supposed to be able to, speed up a little bit. It would be nice if Uber and Lyft had the authority to have a certain lane or direction that all the rideshare drivers can go in to get the passengers to where they want to go. But our cars look like everybody else's car. The only difference is the stickers that are in the window, or if we have the beacon. We still have to abide by our state laws. Being an Uber and Lyft driver doesn't give us the right to run a red light, or to run a stop sign, or to speed excessively, or to drive recklessly. It doesn't give us the right. We still got to obey the laws. Okay, Angela said, good, April. And Angela also said, Chelle, you have some savage in your talk. You think so? And Angela Chelle, I am a 5. You're a 5-star? I'm actually, really? Wow. But see, you know what? Let me tell you, Angela, for some guys, if you're aggressive like that, yeah, for some guys, it's like, you go, girl. Like, oh my gosh, wow, you handling that. You know what I mean? For some guys, that's like, wow. And then for some women, that's like, wow. And then from some passengers, like, you drive like that all the time? And you a 5-star? Oh my gosh. I am 4.83 or 84. And that's the lowest I've been since I've been driving 2016. So in a sense, that's not bad. But you would think that I would have a 5-star, but I don't. Also, I don't drive a lot, and uh, everything is not for everybody. You know what I mean? I haven't found my niche. I have not found my niche. And that's another thing I enjoy about people. When they find that it for them, that, ooh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be. I can only imagine that is a marvelous feeling. That's an amazing feeling. I haven't found that. I haven't found my, hoo, yeah, buddy, this is it. This is it. I haven't found it. I don't even know if I ever will. I would like to, but who knows? It's one of those things. But I have to go and get in church here. The pastor done showed up, and members and all that good stuff. It's all good. They know what I do, and it's not a problem. It's all good. But as we say, love yourself. Know yourself. Be yourself. Change yourself to improve yourself. And that's the journey I'm on. And to say it's easy, nah, it's not. But I want to be better. I want to do better. So therefore, it's going to be a challenge, but it's all good. All right, Gwen, take care. All right, Jeremy, Angela, sipping. My Baltimore people like me being sad. I know they do. What is it? Take the buffalo by the horn. What, it's just, like, raw. I believe you are a mean one right there, Angela. I tell you, man. One day we're going to meet up. Oh, baby, I don't know if I should or not. You do have seatbelts, right? Yeah, April, I'm going to keep trying. That's one thing I know that I can't stop doing. I have to keep trying. Keep the positive vibe. Thank you, Jeremy, so much. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I appreciate you a lot. So, yeah, I'm a 5 because I don't get... Sometimes you got to be that way in certain environments. I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. Whew, I tell you. Thank you, Jeremy. Awesome. All right, everybody. Stay safe out there, passengers and drivers. And Elena, thank you for sharing your perspective as a passenger, and I love that. Jeremy's been a passenger for years, and he's been with me from day one. So it's awesome. No matter what. Have fun. I know, right? Yeah. That's one of the keys there. Have a happy and safe Sunday. You too, Angela. All right, take care. I appreciate every last one of you. Every last one of you. Okay? All right, now, take care.